everybody, I'm Kera. I'm here with the YMCA on my own personal part to give you guys ways to work out while we're all sequestered inside or quarantined. I am not sure. I hope you guys can hear me. I won't be able to see whether you can or cannot until I get off. We'll know going on to the next videos how to make these a little bit better. Not really done a lot of Facebook live videos before. In terms of exercising, hopefully the music isn't too loud or too distracting and you guys are all able to see what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to go and do yoga. I thought let's start Monday with yoga so we all have a way to just kind of like center ourselves, kind of a little bit more peaceful, to relax. You'll have access to these videos after as well as during. My plan is to do a video every day at noon, but those of you who still have to work, you guys can do these when you get home at night if that helps, okay? I will also post this yoga workout on my page. I have posted it before. This is actually a personal one of mine, so much so that I have it laminated so that way I can use it whenever I'm in a little downtime or something to relax the muscles after a hard workout. How this routine will go, you will hold your pose for 40 seconds. We will have a 20-second rest. In that 20-second rest, I will describe the next pose and demonstrate. Now, I am typically a Pilates instructor. I just know that yoga really helps. It's a little different posing than Pilates. I in no way and no means do I assert myself as a professional Pilates instructor. I'm more known for my boot camps, my one-on-one training, and Pilates. So with that, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of something all week long that might work for you or might not. If you don't like this one, then maybe tomorrow will work, or the ones that I post that won't have videos will work, because I will also post a daily workout that you can print on your own, and I will also do a daily video. So you guys have multiple options to still do something while the Y is closed. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. One of the things you'll need is a mat, okay? I'm gonna go and take this sweater off because it's gonna get warm pretty quickly. You'll need a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can use a rug, you can use a blanket, you could use a towel, or you could use your carpet. Just make sure it's something that's not gonna slip so you don't have to worry about your feet slipping underneath you, okay? Another thing that you can use is a Pilates block. If you do not have a block, I do not have a block, but you can also use books. That will work too. The book and the block is mainly for if you're having a hard time getting that low in a pose, you can elevate that floor to modify what you're doing, so that way you can still do the same thing we're doing here at your level. Anything that we do is modifiable. After this video, if you guys want to comment on something, on a different pose that you might need or something else that might help a little bit more, please just let me know. I'll be here for you guys to ask all those questions, anything for that. If you have suggestions of what you would like to see this coming up week, that would be great too. I know I plan on doing a Pilates video. I will do a shadow boxing workout, and we will also do some Tabata and home body weight workouts. So like I said, I just want to give you a little bit of everything going into this week, because we really don't know what's going on the next week after, but at least this gets us started and keeps us on track in a good mental place as well as physically. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start. Hopefully everybody's here and joined us. Again, if you're not able to join at noon, you will have access to this afterwards. If you come in a little bit late, just jump in where we're at. I will post the workout that we're doing today, so that way you have it to print, so you can have it home for yourself as well, okay? As you see here, I have my iPad set up. This is a Tabata Pro timer that I use. I use this in just about everything when it comes to my training. I have a setup. We have 24 cycles. That includes left, right. One Tabata. Again, our work is 40 seconds long with our rest is 20. I hear the timer, so I don't have to look at my watch. I can just flow through this routine nice and effortlessly. This is gonna take us about a 20-25 minute, give or take, routine. You know, again, this is meant to just slow things down, to recenter ourselves, a nice relaxation. Again, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not gonna know that till after this video. If I need to talk louder or if the music's too loud, please just let me know on that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. The first exercise, let me describe it first before we start so I can pose right into it, is gonna be our forward bend, okay? When you do that forward bend, you're gonna put your feet close together. You're gonna push those hips back, all right? And you're trying to go as low as you can, keeping that back nice and straight. Again, hopefully I'm showing you that nice straight back. I have no way of seeing this. I don't have a mirror in here. So if my form is off, hey, we all make mistakes somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you guys the best kind of workout I can give you with what we have here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with that first forward bend. Okay, we're gonna bend forward, push that butt back, keep that back nice and straight. You wanna feel this from the glutes through your hamstrings, keeping your legs as straight as you can, looking out nice and forward. Okay, you can rest your hands on your knees. If you can get that nice straight back still and go lower, keep on going lower. That's only gonna stretch those hamstrings. I know I got some runners that are clients. This is a great stretch for those hamstrings. We all run into that hamstring tightness, which also pulls into that low back. Maybe you have a low back tightness. Stretch out this hamstring here a little bit with this forward bend. All right, we're gonna relax. The next pose we have coming up is our chair pose, okay? With our chair pose, all you're gonna do is put your hands over your head, okay? And then you're gonna sit back into your butt and squat down, and you have to hold that pose. Just hold that squat pose. With those arms up, you're gonna feel that shoulder, you're gonna feel that low back and the leg. So arms up, sit down and into that pose. Okay, make sure you're looking forward. One of the things that's really important about fitness is breathing. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Make sure you're breathing nice and easy, okay? Don't forget to breathe. Start feeling that in the legs a little bit now. A little low back, okay? Anytime we're in that low back, we're in that core. That core, we want a nice strong core. We use it every day for everything. And bring that up nice and easy. Very good. Good job. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go down into our downward facing dog. What I want you to set this up, okay, is going to go hands and knees. All right, bring your hands back just a little bit. Then you're going to lift up into your heels nice and straight and keep it straight up there. Ready? And we are up. You're trying to keep your heels down. I don't quite have that flexibility in my calves to do that, so this is where I'm at in my location. You want to try to keep your head down between your shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. If you can't last the whole 40 seconds, that's okay. That's all right. You go down and rest where you need to. Maybe you need to start this routine at 30 seconds and 15 for your rest and build up to that 40. Back down to those knees, nice and easy. Next exercise, very similar to what we just did, but now it's called the dolphin pose. So you're going to bring your elbows down, okay? And you're going to lift into that pose all the same, okay? A little bit more challenging back there in those calves, really stretching it out. Keep that head located between your shoulders. We don't want to strain in those shoulders, okay? And then we're up. Look back at your toes. Maybe you need to take your feet back a little bit and adjust. Keep the elbows in. Don't let your elbows flare out. You want to keep those elbows and the shoulders right over each other. Breathing in, nice and easy. Good extension. Starting to shake a little bit. This one's a little challenging. Bring the knees down. Very good. Okay, next up we're going to go to the one-legged downward facing dog. So again, back to the downward dog. We're going to lift up and then we're going to lift the right leg and we're going to hold the right leg up. You want it nice and pointed, nice and straight. Okay? You're going to hit that quad on that leg that's down. And we are up. Right leg is up. Reposition where you need to reposition. Maybe you needed to rest down, take a little break down, just come down, breathe it, come right back up into it, okay? Do what you can. Down.
Rest.
Okay, we're gonna go into that other leg, all right? When that timer comes up, we're gonna lift back up. Now we've got that left leg lifted up into the air, okay? I hope everybody's having a good Monday so far. And we are up. Lift that left leg. Like I said, ideally you want your heel on the ground for this. I don't have that kind of flexibility in my calf to be able to do that. Some people can, some can't. It's all right. Starting to feel those shoulders a little bit now. And down.
Rest.
Our next move we're gonna go into is a camel pose, okay? All you're gonna do is just lean back. Just lean back till you feel into those quads right there. Ideally, you wanna be able to touch your heels and push that chest up to the ceiling. This is the ultimate goal, but this is a tough stretch, so we may just be leaning back right in here. Maybe you can start down here, maybe you don't finish. Maybe you stay in this pose as long as you can. Maybe 10 seconds is all you got. Just remember to breathe, okay? You can also lift up and just lean back through the quads, through the knees. Now this is a stretch that some people can't do because of their knees. That's okay, do one that we've already done. Or do something that you do know to do, okay? Good. We're going to go ahead and lower down onto that belly, and we're going to do cobra pose, all right? We're going to get down to the belly. You want your hands out here, right underneath the shoulders, and all you're going to do is lift. You want to keep a bend in the elbows, okay? Feet stay down. You're working in that lower back, all right? And we're up. This is another one that can be a little challenging for some, because that back likes to get a little cranky. Again, if you can hold it for 10 and then you got to go back down, take a breath and hold it back up. Just make sure you're breathing through the full 40 seconds. To stretch, you can come back in here, stretch that low back out a little bit, okay? Next up, we're gonna go into our upward facing dog. Now, we're gonna actually straighten out those arms and looking up, okay? And up.
Work.
You're trying to keep those hips down as much as you can. Try to look up at that ceiling, get that flexion in that low back. This is that one where some of the contortionists can like bend their head back and touch their toes. Yeah, not that bendable either. And again.
Rest.
Bring it back, kind of stretch that low back out a little bit. Next up is a plank, just a forearm plank, okay? Down into those forearms. If you can't do the up on the toes, you'll lift here, try to keep a nice straight back. Otherwise, you can keep your knees down. That is a modified version.
Work.
Keep those elbows right underneath your shoulders. You don't want to get into this position. That's a lot of strain in your elbows. Make sure that you're right over. Your chest should be right in between your elbows. Keep that belly button pulled up into that spine. Try not to dip that back. Keep breathing. And down, good. Okay, we're gonna move to the side, and we're gonna do a side plank. So we can do both legs out and lift. Modified version, bend that bottom knee and lift from the bottom knee, okay? I'll do that modified version with you guys on the bottom knee. So lift, same thing here. Keep that elbow and your shoulder right in line. We don't want this. That's a lot of strain in that shoulder. We want right here, right here. Try not to do here. You want to keep that chest open, almost like a nice straight line. Again, right here, you should be feeling that side oblique. Should be tightening up as we go along. Good. Okay. Now we got to flip to the other side. Got to get both sides working. Same thing, bend that bottom knee if you need to modify it. Both legs out makes it harder. And up.
Work.
I normally have two little fur babies running around here trying to help me do anything on the ground, but they're still in bed. I put them in bed for this time being. We got muscles starting to get engaged, a little shaking going on maybe in that shoulder. And down, good.
Rest.
Okay, from here we're gonna go to our bridge pose, all right? So that's down on your back. You're trying to bring your feet as close to you as you can and just lift up. Now, if you cannot reach your feet because you can't get that range of motion, that's okay. Just keep your hands down and get those hips up as high as you can.
Work.
You want to be up on your shoulders and feet. That's where all the contact you want on the mat. Again, big deep breath in and out. Doing great. Again, if you're not able to keep up, that's all right. You'll be able to watch this video again. And down.
Rest.
Maybe you need to slow it down for you. Do a different range. Like I said, 15. You can do 30 and 15. All right, we're going to go into our warrior pose. So right foot forward. Left foot will be back. Okay? Right foot forward with the timer. Take a big deep breath in and bring it up and hold. And kind of lean forward into that. You'll really feel that stretch back here in your hip flexor. This is a balance activity as well. We're almost through this routine, guys. Just keep it up. You're doing great. Think how great you're going to feel when we're all done. And up. Okay, now we have the other side. So we're going to put that left leg forward. Doing that same pose, okay? Doing warrior one. Left leg forward, right leg back. You want a nice 90-degree bend in that, forward leg. So forward, up. You're trying to look up at your hands as well. Make sure that core is engaged. Keep those abs in. Okay, next up is warrior two. So we're gonna go back with that right leg forward, okay? Then left leg comes back and your toe faces where your chest is gonna be facing, okay? And we're gonna bring the arms out. And at the timer, lean down into it.
Work.
And look down the length of your arms. Okay, now we transferred a little bit of that stretch here on that inner thigh. A little work here on the top of that right thigh. Remember, we're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Trying to keep your feet and body all in line. Another balance activity. Okay, bring it up.
Rest.
Rotate that right foot forward, and the left foot is gonna go where you're looking down at, okay? You don't even have to flip sides, you just gotta move your feet around. Now we're gonna lean into the left leg, bend in that left knee. And lean.
Work.
Good. We have a lot going on around us, so find a way, find the thing that brings you back home. Family, friends, read a book. Exercising always helps me. And I love to do like crafts, so I've always got home projects I'm working on. I ventured to the lumber yard and got some wood to work on my shoe rack I gotta build. And up.
Rest.
Good. Okay, next one we're gonna go into is warrior two. It's a little bit more challenging, all right? This is a lot of balance on this one. So start here, okay? And then as you go, you can lift a little bit higher, higher. Our goal is here, but you may have to lift that leg lower. Just focus on maintaining that balance. Maybe just doing this is challenging for you and leaving that toe down. Okay, you'll really feel the front of that leg really starting to work in. Okay, but lift that, and the goal, like I said, you're trying to bring that leg in line with your arms. This is your first time doing yoga. Probably not something you're going to be able to do. See, I just got off balance there. Find a place to focus forward, and that really helps. Again, just use that toe, rebalance, and then bring it back up. Up. Good.
Rest.
Okay, now we got the other leg. I posted on my page a list of things you can do while the kids are home. And bring it up. I've got recipes on my page. I've got other workouts. See, I feel my shoulders with my arms lifted like this. Good.
Rest.
Okay, now we're gonna do the triangle pose. Okay, so we're gonna bring our feet like we set up for warrior. I want the toe to the wall, and then my foot's gonna go towards you, back foot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this left hand down to my left toe. Keep that arm
Work.
and down. Try to hold. You may not be able to go all the way to your toe. Maybe you can just go to your knee. Okay, this is working on that range of motion and flexibility in your hips and hamstring. You're trying to look up at the hand that's up to the ceiling as well. This is another exercise where that block might come in handy, where you can like hold onto the block to help hold you up, till you get a little bit better. Feel a lot of stretch here into my side. Very good. Through the low back. Bring it up.
Rest.
Good. Right toe goes facing you or me, left toe away. And then we're gonna take our right hand down to our right toe or knee, wherever your range of motion is. Don't try to measure off of my range of motion, okay? Everybody has their own. Okay, slide it down. You'll find, see, this side's not as good as my other side. Take me a little bit to get down into it. We're doing great, feeling great. We're about done. All the hard ones are done. Bring it up nice and easy. Okay, we're gonna go down to your knees. We're gonna do what's called tabletop. So your hands and knees, okay? When I say go, you're just gonna straighten, try to get that back as straight as you can and pull your belly button up to your abs. Keep your abs engaged for that whole 40 seconds if you can. All right, nice straight back. Belly button pulled in. My abs are engaged. No slouchy belly, pull it in nice and tight. We're breathing, belly button tight. Good.
Rest.
Okay. Next here, we'll go into our child's pose. Okay. It's a good stretch for that back. Really rounds out the back and stretches that lower back. Okay. Try to set your butt in between. If you can't, it's okay. We may not have that range of motion and flexibility in the ankles. And we're just going to pull back and down. Stretch your arms out nice and long, and we're going to get a nice stretch through those lats. We're still breathing. Remember, keep that breathing. Bring it up nice and easy. Our last one of this routine is called corpse pose. As it sounds, we're just gonna lay back, palms up, and we're just gonna breathe. Focus on your breathing, the chest as the air comes in through the lungs and out. Big deep breath in through your nose and out. I want you to think of your lungs as a big cave on the edge of the ocean. And the waves are rushing in that cave, filling up that cavern, and then they nice and easy recede back out to the ocean. It's just an awesome visual too for relaxation. Just big deep breath in and out.
Session complete.
All right, nice and easy, sit up. All right, everybody, and that was yoga with Kera today. So I want to thank you all for coming that showed up. Those that might do it later, please, if you have any suggestions or anything, the music was too loud, maybe you couldn't hear me. I'm doing this on my phone. It's the first time I've done this in a setting of such where I'm teaching a group or instructing towards a non-existing audience to me visually, but I'm sure you guys are there. So I appreciate you. I appreciate all you're doing in this time while we are all going through this time together as a country, as the world. Everyone's dealing with this epidemic that's going on. So, or pandemic, I guess that's what they're calling it. So I just want to tell you I appreciate you, and I'm here for you to help. So please, if you have any other questions, you can DM me, you can comment on my page. look through my page. There's wonderful recipes I've shared, experiences. Maybe you have questions about classes that I teach at the Y. You can ask me about that. We start new classes in the beginning of the month of April. I teach boot camp and boxing at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's a free class. So again, if you have any questions, just give me a holler. I'm here for you, just your neighborhood friendly trainer. All right, sign off today. I will post Tuesday's workout tonight, and I will be on for tomorrow for at-home boot camp, okay? You guys have a great day.